Welcome back to the third video in the series on how to use the new ProjectSight Mobile App. So far, we've gone through downloading and installing, and then downloading our project and getting into our project. So now we're on the home page of our project. You can see the project name at the top of the screen, and I'm looking at the home screen with all of my modules that I have access to see. If you don't see a module in here, you may need to request access to that module. All of that is configured on the web version of ProjectSight. So what we're going to do is dive into one of these modules and talk about the functionality that's new and improved in the new app. So if we look at the tiles on the top right corner, there's the checklist module, and it has a red 3 in a red circle in there. That 3 means there are 3 records that I'm either assigned to or CC'd on in the checklist module. If I scroll down, you see there's a 1 in the RFI. So an RFI I've been tagged in there as either assigned to or a CC on one of those RFIs. So this is just a quick way to see what items I have, and we'll go more into that here in a bit. But as I go into the checklist module, I just tap where it says checklists, and it brings up the list view. This is a list of all of the checklists that I have the ability to see, and there's a lot going on the screen, so we'll talk about that right now. From this list view page, I'm able to sort, filter, and search on any of the records that I have available to me in this list view. When I filter, I can filter on things such as assigned to me, assigned to my company, or I can filter by the status of the record. If I only want to see open records or draft records, for example, I can do that in the filter. I can also sort by any of the fields that exist in the record type as well, such as author, what kind of template it is, and that's specific to checklist. But you can also sort on any of these pieces. Additionally, you notice that 53 of 58 records have been downloaded. Actually, all 58 have been downloaded, but the attachments for 5 of them have not been downloaded yet. And I have that little cloud button on the right side that I can tap to download the rest of them on demand. And so this is because I left those toggles turned off when I downloaded the project in the previous video. This is what that looks like. So I can scroll down through the list, and I can find a record that's not been downloaded, like this 4th floor inspection, and I can tap on that card to download the record, or I can go into the record, and you see that the references has an undownloaded attachment, and I can go in and download that reference on demand as well. So multiple places to download that from. We'll go more into what the record itself looks like here in a bit. I want to talk about sync, because sync was a problem on our old legacy Blue iPad app, and it's been much improved since this new version came out. So how it works now is, instead of having a sync menu, a sync button in the menu, now on the top left you see that it was last synced 2 minutes ago, and all I need to do to sync now is pull down to refresh. And you can see that it now says updating. And no matter what page I'm looking at, when I perform the sync, it will update every area of the mobile app at once. So all I need to do is pull down to refresh once, and it will update everything. What it's doing while it says updated, and you can see it's already done, it's an example of how much faster this sync is it will upload everything that I just did on my phone first and get that up into the web and into the server, and then download the changes from the web to my mobile device after that. This makes sure that the work you've been doing on your mobile device gets up to the office first. And that concludes this section on list view, sort, filter, search, and the sync.